We've all heard so many stories and theories about them, and today I get to share my visit to the Pyramids of Giza with you. We're here in Egypt on a short stopover and had to visit one of the most famous sites on the planet, the pyramids. So come along with me and check out the sights, scams, and surprises at Giza. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Glad you're here. If you're new to my channel, I do videos on airline trip reports and other travel adventures. If you like what you see, please consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help me make more videos for you. And also, don't forget to click the bell icon so that you never miss a video. With a full day ahead of us, we started off with a hearty breakfast at our hotel, and then grabbed an Uber. The Uber showed up, but didn't go through the security to come to the hotel portico. This seemed odd, so I was a little concerned, but the car and the license plate matched the app, so we hopped in hoping for the best. The driver seemed nice, and we made our way across the city. We passed the Salah al-Din Citadel, named after the famous Sultan who defeated the Crusader assaults in the Levant. This is a massive fort that now houses many museums, mosques, and historical landmarks. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to visit the Citadel fortress, but would be a spot I would definitely visit if we were in Cairo for additional days. The Muhammad Ali Pasha Mosque, named after the founder of modern Egypt, is one of the prominent sites on the Citadel. Soon after, we joined the Ring Road and crossed the Nile River. Just then, our driver decided to confirm his somewhat shady behavior from earlier at the hotel. He wanted us to pay him in cash in US dollars, instead of going through the app. We politely declined, and he seemed pretty upset and sulky that we didn't entertain his request. As we continued to head west, we were excited to see our first glimpse of the pyramids. We were almost there. Soon, we turned onto Al-Mansouriya Road and were dropped off at the East Ticket Office. The area around this entrance is overrun with touts trying to, quote, help you. It's best to ignore or politely tell them no and proceed to the actual ticket counter to obtain your tickets. Here's the prices as of March 2023. Once through the gate, we were greeted with an amazing view of all the main landmarks of the site. The Sphinx and the three main pyramids are all in front of you. We made our way to the washrooms, and we were immediately victims of a scam, where they charged us £25 each to enter the washroom. The scam was so slick, and they had a lineup of people ahead of us paying, so we thought it was legit. It was only after we left the washroom and saw a local arguing with them that we realized we had been duped. Oh well, the washroom was clean, and 25 Egyptian pounds is about a Canadian dollar, so we didn't feel too bad. We walked towards the Valley Temple of Khafre and passed many vendors selling trinkets and souvenirs. But since we had arrived early, many had not set up their stalls as yet. Despite the reduced number, they were relentless in trying to get us to purchase something. But we had bought our souvenirs for less in Khan Khalili already yesterday. As we entered the temple, it legitimately looked like it was built in the 20th century, using machines. The precision by which the huge stones were cut and placed is truly a sight to behold in person. You hear about it growing up and in videos, but seeing and touching them up close is another experience altogether. Next, we headed up the narrow passageway to the Sphinx. This thing is huge in person. In order to capture it completely, I climbed up onto the long row of stones that run parallel to the length of the Sphinx. From that perch, I could capture an expansive panorama of the entire Giza plateau. In front of the Sphinx, you can see a wooden walkway and steps. If you're a dignitary, celebrity, or willing to pay an exorbitant amount of money, they will let you get right up close and personal with the monument. From there, we continued our uphill trek towards the Pyramid of Khafre. All the while, we were approached by men wanting to take us on a camel ride. Some were friendly, some persistent, and some quite aggressive. It is best to keep your wits and be firm with whatever you decide. The standard rate is 300 Egyptian pounds for an hour tour, so make sure you agree to a rate before you get saddled up, because many will demand extra money at the end. As we reached the Pyramid of Khafre, the imposing structure was breathtaking. Imagining how these were constructed and the ingenuity needed over 5,000 years ago is mind-boggling. Unless it really was the aliens. We were able to climb up onto the pyramid and marvel again at the size of the stones and the precision with which they were placed. Although it was not the peak of summer, it was still plenty warm in Giza, surrounded by the desert. So we decided to cool off and head further up to grab lunch at Khufu's. Again, we encountered many helpful gentlemen that wanted to show us special and secret areas that regular tourists never see. We politely declined, but it was a little exhausting due to the sheer number of people pestering us. Near the summit, we passed the Tomb of the Birds and could see the yet-to-be-opened Grand Egyptian Museum. This is the crown jewel of museums that will be on every traveler's bucket list when it opens. We had lunch at Khufu's. Khufu's is a very nice restaurant where patio spots overlooking the pyramids are booked weeks in advance. Due to our uncertain schedule, we didn't make a reservation, so we were not able to sit outside on their patio. However, spectacular views of the pyramids can be had from inside as well. We ordered a mix of appetizers paired with the smoked braised beef and the muammar rice. Everything about Khufu's, from the location, service, presentation, and taste, was top notch. I really enjoyed the food and would highly recommend stopping here for a bite during your visit. Just make sure to make a reservation if you want a table outside. After a wonderful lunch, we walked up to the helipad just across from the parking lot, and were treated to another nice panorama of the site, the city of Cairo as a backdrop. After some fun and silly photos, we started making our way down the road to the Great Pyramid of Giza, or the Pyramid of Khufu. This is the largest of the pyramids and is such an imposing structure. After avoiding some galloping horses, we made our way to the northern entrance of the complex and called an Uber to head off. We spent about 4 hours at the pyramids that day, including lunch, and the time just flew by. It's truly an amazing historical place and would highly recommend. A definite 10 out of 10. Don't be scared off by folks talking about scammers, etc. Be nice but firm with touts and hawkers, and most will move on. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to leave a like.